Do I think you should read this James Bond novel? People seem to like my book videos, so let's discuss. I grew up reading Anthony Horowitz stories. The Alex Rider series was a part of my reading childhood. They really got me into novels when I was a young boy. Anyone else think Eagle Strike is the best? Bond fans are interesting. I would guess that most Bond fans actually arrive at Fleming because they started being the film fans. But once you read Bond and Fleming, you see the movies in a wholly different way. I really recommend to fans delving into the Bond series, and you realise the differences too, but all those similarities as well. Things that are used even as recently as in No Time to Die. They always use Fleming. You'll see those similarities between the films and the books, and maybe even what the books do better. Let's get on to Anthony Horowitz and his Bond stories. In a very clever way, he's managed to place his Bond stories in Fleming's continuity. Forever and a Day is a Casino Royale prequel. Trigger Mortis occurs just after Goldfinger. Those were his first two attempts at Bond. I really enjoyed them. They felt like Fleming, and it's clear Horowitz loves those Fleming Bond novels. He's obviously a Bond fan, but I think that was clear from reading Alex Rider as well. So that brings me to this novel, With a Mind to Kill. This is the Fleming story that us Bond fans always wanted, or at least I did. A continuation. I read the Kingsley Amis Colonel's Son. It was a great Fleming story. He really copied that style. But what this story does is integrate it just after The Man with the Golden Gun. We all know Fleming was sick writing The Man with the Golden Gun, and it just never felt like the proper end to that story. This novel is really integrated in the events of previous stories. The plot is brilliant. I won't give any spoilers, but what it does is use You Only Live Twice and The Man with the Golden Gun, and uses the events of those two novels to drive the plot. I love this. I love how it uses continuity, previous Bond adventures, and then also adds in a very Fleming story for this, what is the Anthony Horowitz last novel. Coming back to love of Fleming and Bond, you can really tell that Horowitz cares about Fleming, the storytelling, and Bond as a character. It's obviously meant a lot to him in his life. As Bond is older now, the story reflects back on his career as a 00. Just like us readers approach this story, it leads us to reflect back on the Fleming Bond series as a whole, and then look back on Horowitz's tenure as a Bond writer. This is what we assume will be his last attempt at Bond. The Horowitz Trilogy occurs at the beginning, middle, and end of Fleming's timeline. An aspect of this that I really loved was the exploration of conflicting ideologies, the Soviet Union and the West. I can't do it justice, but Bond has a monologue about why he loves England and all these qualities that he enjoys. However, it's not all monologues and love of England and weighty ideological battles. There's some great action and twists in the storytelling too. A Russian underground station fight which keeps you on the edge. A moment where you know Bond is caught and there's no way out, with a lovely twist in there too. And an action scene on Tower Bridge. I read this very quickly, and it's a sign of how much I love it. But not only that, some books you read and they just disappear from your mind almost immediately after you close the last page. This one has stuck with me. I've thought about it a lot. I have 5 favourite Bond novels. That's another video. I'll get to that someday. But this story, the writing and the prose, the plot, the characterisation, feels like Anthony Horowitz had a confidence that he'd gained from writing those previous Bond stories. I hadn't seen him write like this before. Creative, interesting, suspense, thrilling, twists, they're all in there. So do I think you should read With a Mind to Kill? Let's put it this way. I could have to rearrange my list of favourite Bond stories. Thanks for watching. Back in the seat doing more traditional style videos. If you want more discussion videos like these, tell me what you want to see next. If you enjoyed this video, shoot the like button. Alan Carroll will return.